One of the things that I love, one of the things our family loves to do is watch different series together, especially reality. Oh my word, especially reality TV, but some specific ones, not all of them, right? In particular, we love American Ninja Warrior. We also love The Amazing Race. Phil Keegan also did a show called Tough as Nails. That was another favorite of ours. We also love movies. We are movie buffs. We draw out of the movies lessons and principles and things that we can use in our day-to-day lives. And one of the things that is very prevalent in the movie, entertainment, even television world is the preview and the poster. The preview and the poster really help people to know what this thing is about. What is this series about? What is this movie about? Who's in it? What can I expect? Is it going to be an action? Is it going to be a love thing? Is it romantic? Is it a comedy? Is it a combination of several of those things? Is it suspenseful? Am I going to be on the edge of my seat? Is it horror? Well, if it's horror, you can count me out. That's not my kind of thing. Is it you want to know what you're getting into before you make the commitment for the full series. Now, series, in my opinion, is a longer investment. Used to be you really were careful in terms of what movies you watch because it was at least a 90-minute investment and sometimes even 2 hours. But nowadays, you want to be careful about the series you invest in because then you could be locked in for seasons and seasons and seasons. And sometimes you don't necessarily want that kind of thing to happen. The idea is people are inherently selfish. I see you in the comments already. People are inherently, I don't watch scary movies. Yeah. People are inherently selfish. They want to know what's in it for them. Does this meet my criteria? Does this help me know what I'm doing? And people are doing that not only for movies, not only for TV series, people are doing that for content as well. To be specific, people are doing that for YouTube. And if you're in this YouTube streets, maybe you haven't gotten into the YouTube streets. Maybe you're still testing it out. Maybe you're still kicking the tires. You're still trying to figure out if this is something that's for you. Maybe you want to establish yourself as a thought leader. YouTube can help you with that. Maybe you want to grow and engage an audience around a particular passion project or theme. YouTube can do that. Maybe you want to funnel clients to your business. Like YouTube is where you're organically finding people who have a need for the solution that you provide. Whatever way you approach YouTube, one of the critical things that I want to share with you, and of course we're going to go deeper in the masterclass, is simply this. People do judge the book by the cover. Yeah. You know that old adage that says you can't judge a book by the cover. What's going on, Florence? It's not real. It's not real. People do judge by the cover. We don't have anything else to judge by. You pick up the book and the cover doesn't speak to you. You pick up the book and the subtitle doesn't make you go, You pick up the book and you don't even want to turn to the back to see the synopsis. You pick up the book and the title isn't gripping you and making you feel like I need to understand what angle this author is coming from. You pick up that book and you're judging almost immediately just by the cover. And people do the exact same thing for your credibility or your video by the thumbnail. Yeah. So today's the topic of today is people are judging your credibility by your thumbnail. People are judging your credibility by your thumbnail. And one of the things I want to touch on a lot more in depth in the video, in the masterclass, is this packaging of authority, this concept of packaging authority. We're in the Christmas season right now, and Of course, packaging is a big term. Even in the tech world, Apple has made packaging this huge thing. If you remember properly, there was a time where phones used to come in like those little plastic cases that you had to cut the edges off because it was just so in there. You had to cut the edges off and then you could open it and you could get to the phone. Used to be that's how it was. And the phone was like literally on one of those hooks that, just on the hook in that plastic case, and that's how you'd get your phone. And then Apple comes along and they introduce packaging such that there's a whole genre of video content that's just unboxing. That's unboxing. And people want to hear the ASMR of you pulling off the tape and all this other stuff. Packaging is massive in every arena, including YouTube, including content. You want to package your authority. You want people to judge your competence by your presentation. I want to be clear, y'all. It is not about having a cinema camera. It's not about all of this. In order for them to even see that I look like this, the packaging has to be right. Your thumbnail has to win the click. The title has to enable the algorithm to put the video in front of them. And then your description, if they ever read it, maybe they don't, but your description should percolate their senses to the point where they're saying, I've got to at least watch to ensure that everything else is built upon with the first 30 seconds. That's what we call the hook. Packaging. It's about packaging. No, not about cinema cameras. It's not about the microphone. Oh, which mic are you using? Doesn't matter. Package the video well. I've got a coaching client right now who is killing it on YouTube. And this guy is recording his YouTube videos with his phone in his car. No microphone. But his packaging. The intentional pairing of the title, the thumbnail, the hook. That's packaging. In this arena, that's packaging. Apple made packaging into this whole other world. I mean, the box is much bigger than it ever needed to be. But the packaging, it allowed for listen, the packaging of Apple's products were so good that it spawned an entire other form of content, which is unboxing. And I dare say everyone else in the tech game and even in other games now have to step up their packaging. Everyone. It doesn't matter what phone you buy now. You're not going to get it in a plastic case that's hanging on one of those little hooks. It's going to be in a box. It's going to be presented well. The packaging, people have actually had to put their work, time, effort, energy into the packaging. And then they test the packaging. Oh gosh, I don't want to give away too much because there is a masterclass and I want to make sure you guys are going to come for the masterclass. But the truth is the intentional pairing, I can't get over that word. The intentional pairing of the title, thumbnail, and hook. The intentional pairing of those three. Even if you don't take the masterclass, I still hope that you do. But even if you don't take the masterclass, YouTube Success Masterclass, the link is right here on the screen. Even if you don't take the masterclass, and I hope that you do, but even if you don't, if you just get that one piece, the intentional pairing of the title, thumbnail, and hook. Now, in the masterclass, we're going to give you some examples. We're going to talk about what are the components. I'm not going to give any of that now. We're going to give you more details. But poor packaging tells potential viewers, potential supporters, potential community members, potential clients that you are not an expert. Professional packaging says, I'm the guy, I'm the girl. You're going to want to watch this. And to be quite honest with you, what I'm giving you in this 45-minute, hour-long video is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what I have to offer. Your packaging allows people to get in. The packaging. Have you ever watched a terrible movie because the packaging was just so well done? I know I have. Packaging makes the difference. Packaging makes the difference. Now, I firmly believe that if you package well, it shouldn't be a bait and switch. You package it well, you should deliver. You should be able to deliver on how you package it. Your ability to package should not exceed your ability to deliver. That's just Kirk's personal preference and the mindset, a perspective on this kind of thing. But your ability to package, says, I'm the guy. I'm the expert. You're losing credibility before they even click play because your packaging is off. The masterclass is going to help you fix your digital first impression so your expertise actually gets seen. Here it is. Your video might actually, this is why I like to say you got to be a good steward. You're understanding packaging and getting better at packaging. The motivation for that is because the person who needs to see what's in your video, like they need it. I want you to be clear on this. They need to see what's in your video. And because they need to see what's in your video in order to change their lives, in order to fix a problem, in order to overcome something that they've been struggling with, in order for them to get into the video, your packaging has to be right. And packaging has much more to do with the fact that they're clicking on the video. Packaging determines sometimes whether or not the video is even served up to them. The packaging. This masterclass is going to help you fix your digital first impression so you can be a good steward of the value you have that you have been putting. Some of you have been on YouTube for a while. Some of you have never tried YouTube. I want you to understand this. That packaging hack, I wish I knew it at the beginning of my content journey. But I'm going to share that with you inside the masterclass, kirkarnugent.com/masterclass. We had about 5 or 6 people sign up over the last couple of days, and we're super excited about that. And if you are already signed up, go ahead and put it in the chat for me. I want to be able to just hit a sound effect to say a word of thanks for those of you who are already signed up for our masterclass. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. The packaging. My coach says, man, YouTube is not a video platform. It's a packaging platform. It's a packaging platform. And YouTube figured that out first. And that's why those who have really leaned in and learned packaging well, those are the people that are experiencing success right now. I want to say this. Hold on a second. We had an alarm going off. Anyway, but I want to say this. Don't put, when you learn good packaging, this is one of those skills that will enable you to not only put your next video in the best light, for it to be seen, for it to be picked up, for it to be suggested, for it to be clicked on, for people to consume the value that's in it. Yes, it will do that. But when you learn packaging, when you learn it, when you understand it better, you actually can go back to previous videos and tweak the packaging for optimal success. There's some tips, tricks, best practices. There's some activities I'm going to be sharing with you in the masterclass that will absolutely fundamentally change the way that you approach your content, not just from today forward, but even from content that you have put out in the past. I want to make sure that you get into the masterclass to be able to do that. I want to celebrate some of our folks that are in the chat with us today. And I can't thank you guys enough for being with us today. Don Daniel is with us. He says, I don't like scary movies. I don't watch them. You and me both, sir. Definitely. I run from those things. What's going on, Florence? Always good to have you. Florence says, absolutely we do. The cover is what we see and gets us interested. That's the packaging. It's the cover. It's the cover, the thumbnail. We just call it thumbnail on YouTube, but it's the poster. It's essentially the poster for your movie or your series, which is the video. I have literally gotten more views from the same video replayed with a better thumbnail. Come on. Come on. Better views because you just tweaked the packaging. And I love what you said right there, Don, is just replayed it. I just replayed the same video. That's absolutely awesome. Mark Woolard is with us as well. Mark says that he signed up yesterday for the class, and I want to thank you so much for signing up. Mark actually signed up through the community, which is something that you can do, and I want to be able to shout him out on that. But Mark says, "Love your shirt, Kirk. I'm going to ask Santa for mine." Hey man, this is one of those shirts. It's got a little thing on the arm there as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this shirt is a fun one. I've been trying to keep with the same plaid theme throughout this masterclass previews week that we've been in. 10 of you guys on the live today. I'm going to go back and just recap some of the things that I shared even as we get to the halfway mark here. Good afternoon. Tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday to you, Michael Flemons. Thank you so much for being with us today. Always good to have you. Always good to have you. And then is it Grant Info? Grant Info says most people read a book depending on the quality of the cover and or the title. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not arguing with this. This is proving my point. That old adage is absolutely incorrect. It's incorrect. People do judge by the cover. They do. And so when I see YouTube videos, there's so many things that we want to touch on inside the masterclass, but here's one that I'll just share with you real brief here. When you're seeing your favorite YouTuber who has millions of subscribers breaking some of the rules that enable success, just understand that they can do that because they are in a different season. You're not in their season, so you can't do that. You're not in their season, so you need as many things working for you as possible so that your video can fly. So it can be taken to every four corners of the earth, to every person that could even possibly or potentially be impacted by it. You want the video to be suggested. And if you're not following good packaging principles, you are not going to get there. Let me go back to the top. People are judging your credibility by your thumbnails. This is the packaging of authority. Packaging of authority. People judge your competence by your presentation. It's not about having cinema cameras. It's about packaging, the intentional pairing of the title, thumbnail, and hook. Poor packaging tells potential clients, tells people who could possibly be impacted greatly by your content that either you aren't 100% on what you're doing, or you don't believe in the content that's in the video enough to do the packaging properly, to spend time on the thumbnail. I was talking with a coaching client, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just kind of put it together afterwards." I'm like, "You put it together afterwards? Oh my gosh!" No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want your packaging to scream, "This is the expert." Listen to him. Listen to her. You can lose credibility before they even click play because your packaging is off. This masterclass that we're talking about today, it's going to help you to fix that. It's this Sunday, December 21st at 4 p.m. Central Time. I know that that's 5 p.m. for my folks in the East, and that's 2 p.m. for my folks in the West. 4 p.m. Central Time. That's the Lord's time zone. I said it. I said what I said. It's 4 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be having this masterclass, 45 minutes of instruction, about half hour of Q&A, and then it leaves us another 15 minutes at the very end for us to share a very special opportunity only for those who join the masterclass. These opportunities are stacked and layered in such a way that if you're not in the masterclass, you can't get to the next level. You'll always have to enter the masterclass in order to get to that other level. So there's a unique opportunity I want to share with folks at the very end of our time together. It's about an hour and a half of our session. We're going to take robust Q&A, 45 minutes of teaching, half hour of Q&A, where you will get a question answered if you come to the masterclass. But here's the thing: at the very end, we're going to take about probably not even 15 minutes, probably about 5 minutes to share with you a unique opportunity. It's not going to be for everyone, limited space for this opportunity that we're going to share, but we're going to share a unique opportunity at the end of our session together on Sunday, December 21st, for the YouTube Success Masterclass. Next month, we'll be doing a different one, but we're not going to talk about that right now. If you want to purchase your seat for the masterclass, go right here to kirkarnugent.com/masterclass, and you'll go right to this page, which is going to come up on the screen in just a second. There it is. I've got to click accept. There we go. And then you'll be on this page. You can click this button right here that says secure my seat for the next masterclass. And you see right underneath the bottom, December 21st, 2025, 4 p.m. CST, YouTube Success Masterclass. That's the one that we're going to be doing next. You can see the flyers here as well. $67 is going to reserve that seat. I'm telling you, you definitely want to make sure you're in here for the masterclass. In addition, we just kind of share a couple of things about how our masterclass series runs, but definitely if you want to go into 2026 with a blueprint for what you can do on YouTube to be successful, this is the way. Alternatively, if you are a member in my community, and this is the membership community. This is what it looks like. There's a post in the community right now that you can go to, you can actually go ahead, and this is what Mark did. Actually, you can go to this post right now, and you can go to the masterclass, and you can see YouTube Success Masterclass. Replays of the masterclass will only be in the community. And community members pay $45, I should say $47, whereas non-community members will pay $67. So there's two ways to be able to do that. I see my moderator, Florence, has shared with everyone how they can join the community by going to kirkarnugent.live/school. So those are the two different ways to be able to do this. If you want to get the $20 discount, you got to join as a member at the standard tier, or you may join as a member at the premium tier. If you join at the premium tier, actually, you see it on the screen. It says, or upgrade to premium. If you join at the premium tier, the masterclass is part of your monthly membership fee. So you actually don't pay anything additional to what you pay for your monthly membership. And so that is the trick. One of the things somebody was saying to me yesterday is like, man, I bought the masterclass off of the website, but I'm realizing that I could have saved $20 if I just paid for premium membership in your community. I was like, yeah, yeah, you could absolutely do that. You could absolutely save $20 if you did it that way. So wanted to make sure you guys are seeing that. It's one of the reasons why we show both in the masterclass preview is for everybody to be able to be aware of what those options are, because it does make a difference. And for some of you, it's like, no. All I want is this masterclass, and that's fine. That's fine. But just recognize that there are some benefits to being a member. Let me catch a couple of more comments here, and then I'm going to get out of your way. Micah says he will be 23 years old, so definitely excited for you on that one. Congratulations on the birthday, man. Grant Info says, is AI a credible way to improve your thumbnails, Kirk? This is a great question. I'm not going to touch on AI in the masterclass. So I'm going to answer this question right now, because the answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. I have not seen an instance where an AI generated thumbnail moved the needle for a regular YouTuber. You see how I'm giving it a qualification there? A regular YouTuber, somebody who doesn't have a ridiculous personal brand, is already a celebrity, already popular. I've never seen AI move the needle for them. And so what is in the masterclass is the principles, the breakdown, the nuts and bolts of what makes a good thumbnail. What makes a thumbnail too busy? What makes a thumbnail distracted? What makes a thumbnail confusing? We're going to give you the breakdown of what makes a good thumbnail. And I can also tell you this, even when I've given that criteria to AI, it still didn't deliver. So in my opinion, the answer is no. It is not a credible way to improve your thumbnails. It just isn't. It just isn't. Thank you for that question. It's a great question. Micah says, I do YouTube thumbnails every day and I upload videos every day. Kudos to you, my friend. Thank you so much for your comment. You could be right. Blue background and blue checkered shirt. You could be right. Blue background and blue checkered shirt. Oh my word. Oh my word. I love, so Grant Info is responding to Mark Woolard. And I think, let's see, blue back. What did Mark say? So Mark said the shirt is part of your package. Oh, that's what he said. Oh, that is so cool. I love seeing these conversations. So let me put up Mark's comment for those who are going to be watching this on replay. So Mark said the shirt is part of your package, and it's all about the packaging. I love that. Sometimes I don't have on a blue shirt, so I need to be mindful of that going forward. But I thought that was a priceless comment there from Grand Info. Just responding back to Mark saying you could be right. Blue background and blue checkered shirt. It's so cool. Join us in the community is what Florence is sharing with you guys. KirkArnugent.live/school. Click that link if you want to join in the community. Mark Woolard did this yesterday. He actually joined the community for $9 a month. And then by joining the community, he was able to purchase the masterclass for $47, I believe it is. And so he's going to be at the masterclass. But guess what? When we have our bi-monthly meetups on Wednesdays, Mark's going to have access to that. He's going to have access to the resources that we have in the community. He's going to have access to conversation. He's going to have access to, listen, sometimes I put videos in the community just because the community is asking for it. And I don't have space in my content calendar to be able to post it to YouTube. And so sometimes I'll post videos in the community because we have that space where we can do that. And I'm not bound by best practices on YouTube where that's concerned. So community is also a great thing, but I don't want you to miss the point. Tomorrow I'm going to be back. Great seeing you again, Kirk. You drop the knowledge as always. Hey man, always good, man. Appreciate you coming through. I'm going to be back tomorrow talking about data-driven confidence. Data-driven confidence is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. It's not going to be the title of the YouTube video, but we're going to be talking about data-driven confidence. Data-driven confidence. I'm excited about that. Today we talked about the packaging of authority. We talked about people are judging your credibility by your thumbnail. And I hope that was meaningful for you. I hope that it gives you some insight and perspective. Just what we shared here in the masterclass preview will help, even if you never take the masterclass. We hope that you will take the masterclass, but even if you never take the masterclass, just what we shared today in terms of the intentional packaging of your thumbnail, your title, and your hook, just that alone will help you. And I'm telling you right now, I want to see you guys win in 2026 on YouTube. I want to see you win. I want to see you kill it. I want to see you leverage this platform and milk it for everything that it's worth, not just for your own personal, ego, but specifically so that you can find the group who you have been uniquely qualified to serve. That's what I'm all about. If I haven't said it in today's video, I'll say it here as we get ready to land. Steward your story through content. Discover purpose, change lives, expand reach, multiply opportunities. This is how it all works. Romans 8:28. And that, my friends, is the end of our masterclass preview for today. I hope that you make it a great one. Grace and peace. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later, fam.